saw happen, or that happened to you, or?
Well, the worst thing for me, first and foremost, was just the betrayal of getting there, and that's something between me and my mom. But it's probably recommended from Bethel, their tactics were typically bounty hunters. So for expense costs, we probably didn't go bounty hunter route. I'm sure it was on the table, but she tricked me instead, and she can't ever take that back, but I don't want her to own that guilt necessarily. The worst thing I saw when I was there was definitely a beating, where one of the guys just had enough, and he just wasn't getting told what to do, what to say, and so the word in question was faggot, and he called somebody a faggot and a joke, and somebody else said something to somebody else, and it got back to Josh Fountain, who then told Bubba Fountain, and then Bubba Fountain told him to go pick your own switch. You find the greenest one on that tree, which means a young sapling switch, a green sapling, hard to break off. Once you do, they're masters at this. I mean, it hits you, it's breaking the skin. And he kept hitting him, and he kept telling him to stop saying that word. And so he just kept saying, the word faggot, because he just was not going to let this control him that day. I mean, I don't even know. He must have taken like 40 licks with a green switch. He's bleeding from 40 different spots. I mean, each one of those broke the skin. It's something I'll never forget. I don't want anyone else to ever have to see something like that, because this is a teenage boy. This is a boy. He was younger than me. I was 17. I think he was 14, maybe even 13. And you have to control him so much that you're going to beat him into submission, make him bleed for words. That's just not ethical. That is just not okay. That is not humane. And I just can't ever stand for anything like that. Had I been a man, I would have done something about that. Had I not feared my own life, maybe collectively we would have all done something about that. That's something that's going to stick with me until the end of time. I had to sit there and witness that. I had to sit there and watch that. For what reason? I didn't even give a crap if that affected me or anybody else standing there, especially the person getting beat. This is just really disturbing. They're really just the worst part of humanity. That need to control. You got to control what they say so much that you're going to beat them that bad, make them bleed.